Okay? In this video, you will learn the derivation of the equations of parabola with vertex at the origin. Pero bago yon, let me first introduce to you the different equations of a parabola and its equivalent graph. Okay? So we have here the first equation, y squared equals 4cx. The equivalent graph is this one. The vertex is at the origin. The focus is along the x-axis. On the positive x-axis, the directrix is located on the left side of the y-axis. Okay? And the curve opens to the right. Kabuka ka sa kanan. The other equation of parabola is y squared equals negative 4cx. The focus is along the negative x-axis. Vertex at the origin, the directrix is located on the right side of the y-axis, and the curve is opens to the left. The other two equations, x squared equals 4cy and x squared equals negative 4cy, both of these equations ay yung x ang second degree, and this one, the curve opens upward, and the other one, the parabola, opens downward. Okay? Now, how are we going to derive the equation of a parabola? Our derivation will be based on its definition. Okay? It says that a parabola is a set of all points in a plane equidistant from a fixed point and a fixed line. Okay? So, ano yung fixed point? The fixed point is the focus and the fixed line is the directrix. Okay? Yung equidistant, ibig sabihin, we can come up with two equations connecting, no, one point on the curve of the parabola doon sa focus and then doon sa fixed line na si directrix. So, based from the definition of the parabola, we can derive these equations. Okay? Now, paano natin gagawin yon? So, let me use this graph of the first graph of the parabola in deriving the equation of the parabola. Okay? So we have here an xy plane, and the curve is opens to the right, and the vertex is located at the origin of the xy plane. Okay? And we have here the directrix. Okay. So this is the focus. We all know that the distance of the focus, this a vertex, is equivalent to c. And at the same time, the distance of the directrix, this a vertex, is also equal to c. Na ito yung vertex natin, ito yung ating directrix. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, VF equals BD equals to C. Okay? Yan. Yung D natin should be horizontal distance. Okay? Or perpendicular distance. This is the directrix. Okay? Now, if we have here one point on our curve or parabola, we call this point P. And let's say the coordinates of this point is x, y. Okay? And sabi natin, itong point na to ay equidistant doon sa focus at saka sa directrix. Okay? Yung distance na yung papuntang directrix should be horizontal distance of that point dun sa directrix or perpendicular distance. Okay? Now, paano natin i-derive uli yung ating equation? We're going to connect these points, FP. Okay? We call this D1. Okay? And then we're going to connect this point P dun sa directrix. Okay? Directrix is parallel to y-axis, and kukunin natin yung horizontal distance niya at tatawagin natin d sub 2. Okay? Sabi doon, equidistance, equal ang distance sa fixed point at saka sa fixed line. Yung any point on the curve. So, ibig sabihin, pwede natin sabihin na D1 equals D2. Okay? Yan. Yan. By distance formula, we can derive this equation. Dapat ito ang lalabas. Kasi yung ating equivalent graph is this one. Okay? Alamin muna natin yung mga coordinates ng points kasi wala tayong coordinate nito, wala tayong coordinate nitong point na to. So, the coordinate of the focus is the horizontal distance is z or c, and the vertical distance is 0 since the focus is located on the x-axis. So, 0 ang kanyang vertical distance. While this one, yung nasa taas, coordinates niya ay the horizontal distance is the distance of this directrix to vertex is c. So, horizontal distance niya ay c. But since niya ay nasa second quadrant, we have negative c. Okay? And the vertical distance of this point is equal to y. Bakit? Kasi they are parallel. So, they have the same, this along siya sa x-axis. So, ibig sabihin, they have the same vertical distance. Okay? Negative c, y. Now, the next is, i-apply na natin yung distance formula. Okay? D1 is FP, then PD. Okay? Paano? Distance formula is square of the difference of the abscissas. FP muna. So, abscissas are x and c. So, difference nun, square of the difference nun, plus, distance formula to, you have y minus 0 square din is equals to, ito naman, distance between these points. So, that will be square of the abscissa, x minus c. So, x minus c. Plus y minus y. Yeah. So, we square both sides. So, matatanggal na yung ating radical symbol. So, we have, and then expand. We have x squared minus 2cx plus c squared plus y squared equals, this will be x plus c, right? So, magiging x plus c nasa loob. Square of x plus c. Expand natin, we have x squared plus 2cx plus c squared. And then y minus y is 0. Square of that 0 is 0. So, we can transpose all of the terms here. From left side to right side tayo. All the terms on the left side will be transposed to, cancel na lang natin. So, we have cancel nito. X squared, this will become negative x squared, cancel. C squared, minus ito, cancel din. So, matitira on the left side is negative 2cx. So unahin ko si y squared. Y squared, and then I'm going to transpose 2cx na lang to make it look like our equation. So, 2cx plus another 2cx, right? So, we have 2cx plus another 2cx. So, the equation is equal to y squared equals 4cx. Now, so if we're going to match our derived equation to our original equation written on top, it is the same. Okay, we have still 3 equations of parabola na kailangan natin i-derive. But I'm going to derive one more equation and the other 2 equations will be your activity. Okay, how about this one? So I'm going to derive this equation. Okay. Kunin natin yung graph niya. The curve opens upward. Okay, here is our focus. Ito yung directrix natin. We have here, let's say this is the point P. Okay, ang kanyang coordinates ay, coordinates is negative x kasi on the second quadrant, comma y. Positive ang y, negative si x. And this is our focus. Okay, ang distance of focus to vertex is c. Same as yung distance ng vertex to directrix is also c. Ibig sabihin, ang coordinates ng point F or the focus is 0, c. Bakit 0? ang kanyang x-axis kasi yung focus is along the positive y-axis. So, wala siyang horizontal distance. Pero meron siyang vertical. So, we have the vertical distance of the focus is equivalent to c, which is along the positive x-axis. Now, again, the coordinates of point is negative xy. The coordinate of this point on the directrix is negative x, negative c. Okay? Now, we are ready now in deriving the equation of this parabola, wherein the parabola opens upward using the definition. And its definition says that this curve is always equidistant to the fixed point and the fixed line. Therefore, d sub 1 is d sub 2. So we're going to apply distance formula to determine the two distances. Okay? So we have fp. So that will be the square of the difference of the abscissas. That will be 0 minus x squared plus the square of the difference of the ordinates. That will be c minus y squared equals the other one, which is PD. That will be negative x minus x squared plus y minus c. Okay. Then, we square both sides to eliminate the radical symbol. So, we have negative x is x squared. This will be expand natin. We have c squared minus 2cy plus y squared equals negative, this will become positive, negative plus positive x parehas. That will be 0 squared. This will become y minus c, so that will become y plus c squared. So we have x squared plus c squared minus 2cy plus y squared equals, expand natin, y squared plus 2cy plus c squared. Now, if we transpose y squared to this side, this will become negative, so makakancel to. And if we transpose c squared to this side, magiging negative yun, so makakancel din to. So, therefore, we have x squared equals 2cy and another 2cy when negative 2cy ay matranspose sa right side of the equation. Therefore, we have x squared plus 4cy as the equation of this parabola. This parabola is a parabola vertex at the origin opens upward. Now, that is the derivation of the two equations of the parabola. My first derivation involved this equation, while my second derivation of the equation is this one. Okay? Now, your task is to derive these two equations, okay, using the definition of the parabola. So you're going to submit that to me this day, okay, until 7 p.m. in JPEG format. So thank you and goodbye.